we've seen Donald Trump out on the campaign trail, and he's nonstop. He's always out, especially in those swing states. You spend some time with the man. What stood out to you during this campaign stop in North Carolina?
Well, the president is trying to address every issue wherever we go. That film there is North Carolina, and the people there were turned out in mega crowd because they know President Trump cares about them in North Carolina and what they just went through with Hurricane Helene. My friend Franklin Graham was there with a lot of other pastors who, of course, endorsed President Trump. And we were talking backstage for quite some time. It's really important that faith is in this election. And as you know, President Trump believes in faith. He believes in God. And I think people recognize that as part of the issues for this election term.
And you talk about faith and you think about positivity, right? But now you're seeing a lot more negativity surrounding the rhetoric, perhaps coming from his opponent and those supporting his opponent. They're calling him unhinged. They're calling him unstable. They're likening him to Adolf Hitler. What do you see happening here as we move towards Election Day in terms of the rhetoric for a man that went through 2 assassination attempts?
Well, I know the president very well, and he's charming, he's disarming, he's a big man, and many times, as you see, I would reach out and shake hands with him after I've sang, which is kind of appropriate, I think, and he will he grabs me and hugs me, you know, and have a chance to whisper in his ear or something. And I always give him a positive response, you know, keep strong, keep healthy. And don't let the attacks from the left bother you. And I know they don't. I mean, he's very strong. I mean, he's going to be a great president once again. We just have to count on it.
You know, we've seen several celebrities come forward and show their support for Vice President Kamala Harris. Bruce Springsteen is headlining an event tonight. Eminem showed his support for her campaign earlier this week. Tell me about the impact of the celebrity endorsement in your mind.
Well, I think if you reach the heart of the public, I love Bruce Springsteen and what he does. You know, I'm not a rapper, so I can't say about the other side. I don't know that any genre of music may make the difference. I think it's the message. It's the message from the president who knows how to deal with the issues and the policies, where Kamala Harris does not. She can't seem to answer a question with any kind of substance whatsoever. She passes on things, even in a positive CNN interview. It's just like, good gosh, what did she just say? Nothing. She just basically said, we can't talk about that right now. The President Trump, will address every issue, and the crowd knows it.
Yeah, he swings at every single pitch, if you will, in terms of line of questioning. In fact, he went on to talk about his battle for Christians for years in terms of this campaign. We have that moment in North Carolina. Watch this.
For 4 straight years, I fought for Christians like no president has ever fought before. You know that. I protected the religious freedom of doctors, nurses, teachers, and faith groups like the Little Sisters of the Poor. Oh, I fought for them. But as I look back at my life's journey and events, I now recognize that it's been the hand of God leading me to where I am today.
And those are the softer moments that you're starting to see after Butler, Pennsylvania, after that assassination attempt. Can you talk to that and speaking to him and seeing this now the 3rd time he is a candidate, former President Donald Trump?
You know, President Trump truly believes that he's doing the right thing by America. You know, we have this Bible, God Bless the USA Bible, and I have this version on my desk that actually he signed for me. So I'm proud to have this and display it on my desk. But we've been promoting faith for some time, and it's a very positive effect on the public. This is still a Christian nation. The United States still believes that Christianity is something very important here, and religious freedom that the president has supported and talked about his entire life. And the times I'm ever with him, we always say a prayer before we go on stage and do what we're going to do. God bless him. You know, he's been attacked by everything, including physical attack, and he just stands strong. And I'm so proud of him.
Wow. Lee Greenwood taking the time for us this morning. God bless the USA. You know his song. It plays at almost every single Trump rally. Lee, thank you so much for spending some time with us.
Thank you very much. Have a great day, you all.
All right, you too.